Hi friends, welcome back to Bake House. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Ramya. Today we'll be doing an Italian pizza from scratch. Yes, we'll be doing the pizza dough, pizza sauce, and I'll also show you how to add the toppings as well. This recipe is super delicious and my family loves these pizzas more than the store-bought ones. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Let's start by cooking the pizza dough. The first thing you need for that is the flour. If you can get hold of 00 flour, that's the best to use for making pizzas. But plain flour will work just fine. You'll have to knead it a little longer. To proof the yeast, take 1.5 cups of warm water in a container. To this add 1 teaspoon of sugar and 7 grams of yeast. Mix this well and let it stand for a few minutes until bubbles are formed. After 5 minutes, take 3 cups of flour and teaspoon of salt in a large bowl. Give this a good mix. Make a well and pour the yeast water into the flour, mixing at the same time with a spoon. Once all the water has been added, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and mix again. Lightly dust a surface with some flour and transfer the dough onto the surface. Knead using your hand for 10 minutes until the dough is soft and elastic. Once the dough is ready, take a large bowl and add a teaspoon of olive oil. Mix it around and transfer the dough into the bowl. Lightly grease the surface with some olive oil so the dough won't dry out. Keep this covered in a warm place for 30 to 60 minutes or until the dough has doubled in size. This is my dough after resting for 60 minutes. Lightly dust the surface and knead the dough for another 2 minutes. Divide the dough into 3 equal parts. Roll them into balls and let them rest for another 1 hour. While the dough balls are resting, we'll start preparing our pizza sauce. For that, keep a pan on medium heat and add a tablespoon of olive oil. Once the oil is hot, add 1 teaspoon of finely chopped garlic. When garlic turns light brown, add 1 can of good quality tomatoes. Add 1/4 cup of water to the can and wash the entire contents into the pan. Break the tomatoes using the back of our spoon. Add a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of sugar and a handful of chopped fresh basil leaves. Give everything a good mix and let this simmer for 30 minutes. This may sound very basic, but please trust me, this sauce tastes much better than the store-bought ones. Our pizza sauce has simmered for 30 minutes and this is how it looks now. I'm going to turn off the stove. Now we can start making our yummy pizzas. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Our dough has rested again for another 60 minutes. Lightly dust the surface again and press the pizza balls into a pizza shape using your hand. Transfer to a pan and make some holes using a fork. Add some of our prepared pizza sauce and a drizzle of olive oil. Before adding any toppings, first gently cook this in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, take it out of the oven and add the toppings of your choice. For the cheese pizza, I'm only using some cheese and some fresh basil. Adding some grated cheese first, followed by some mozzarella bits. Place our pizza back in the oven and cook until the cheese has melted and is golden. Tear over some fresh basil leaves and our cheese pizza is ready. For the vegetable pizza, repeat the same process and preheat the pizza base with the sauce for 4 to 5 minutes before adding the toppings. After 5 minutes, take it out of the oven and add the required toppings. Adding some cheese first, followed by some mushrooms, capsicums, onions, and olives. Move the pizza back to the oven and cook until the cheese is all melted and golden. I'm also making a non-vegetarian one using some chicken. Toppings can be altered based on your preferences. Yummy pizzas are now ready to be enjoyed. If you like this recipe, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.